Okay, we're getting near the end. We only have 2 more of these quizzes. Unfortunately, the last 2 are kind of the most challenging ones, so we're just going to do the best we can. This video is going to be reviewing the distributive property, which a lot of you guys do really good at, so that's not the hard part. It's just combining the distributive property with other things that's a little bit of a challenge. So the first problem or 2 are going to feel okay, and then the last 2 are going to be, like I said, a bit of a challenge. And the next video we'll do combining like terms. So we're getting there. Notebook pages for this are 54 and 55. But if you are in 3rd period, I think your page is really 53, 54. So just double check. For most of you, it's going to be 54, 55. But for 3rd, I think it's 3rd, it might actually be 53. So this page reviews just your regular distributive property, hippity-hoppity distributive property. That's why there's a bunny. Some things to highlight are that if the symbol in between is positive, it stays positive, and if it's negative, it stays negative. So these are our most basic distributive property problems. We take this number on the outside and we multiply it to the inside. So notice here we're doing 9 times 3 and we're doing 9 times 8. 12 times 7, 12 times 6. So we're like hopping that number over to both. Now where things get slightly complicated is this page. What happens when you distribute in a negative? So if you distribute in a negative and there's a positive inside, you mix the 2 and the negative wins. If you distribute the negative and there's a negative on the inside, you get a negative-negative situation and it turns positive. So this is our basic distributive property. If you don't have these pages, you can use my pages for guidance. You're distributing the outside number to the 2 inside numbers. It's straightforward unless you're multiplying in a negative. So let me give you those easier ones one more time. So if you need to come back and pause because you don't have this page, you can. Okay, that being said, let's look at the problems that you are going to be doing for this quiz. This is quiz 8, distributive property. I haven't reminded you in the last couple of videos, but remember as you're finishing these, hang up the stars that match the quiz name. So question number 1 wants you to expand each expression using the distributive property, and when you enter them, don't use spaces. So I'm actually going to do A and D with you, and I'll let you do B and C on your own. So A is 2x minus 4. D is actually let's do C. 3 times, sorry, I'm just writing these down on a piece of scratch paper so I can show you how I do them. Okay. So letter A, what we're going to do is we are going to bring down this negative and we're going to distribute the 2 to the terms. So we're bringing the negative down, we're going to multiply the 2 by each term. This is straightforward because there's not a negative here. So we have 2 times x, and then 2 times 4, the negative comes down. So 2 times x, 2 times 4. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 4 is 8. So I'm going to enter in 2x minus 8 without any spaces. 2x, get a grip, teach, minus 8. And now we're going to do C. Same thing. I'm going to bring down this plus sign. I'm going to distribute the 3 to the 2. 3 times 2x. And then 3 times 1. 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times 1 is 3. So I'm going to enter in to Canvas 6x plus 3 with no spaces. 6x plus 3. So now you do B and D without me. And then once you're done, so pause the video. Once you're done, come back or unpause the video and we can do the next one. The next one is more challenging because on the bottom part, we're distributing in a negative. So I'm just going to briefly remind you how you do it. I'm not going to do it with this exact problem. Well, actually, maybe I will, and then I'll let you do the other three. So this one is matching. You want to choose which of these four expressions equals this one. This one does not have any negatives in it, so knowing that, the only answer that doesn't have any negatives is 25x plus 15. If you actually do the math, if you do 5 times 5x, you do get 25x. Keep the plus. 5 times 3 is 15. So that one was easy. I could just look at the signs and say, oh, this is all positive, so I got to choose the answer that is all positive. But maybe let's look at this very last one. Negative 5 times 5x minus 3. It works exactly the same as we did before. So this is going to work exactly the same. I am going to bring down the negative sign. And then I am going to do negative 5 times 5x and negative 5 times 3. Because I can ignore that negative now that I brought it down. Well, negative 5 times 5x is negative 25x. In my calculator, I would just type in negative 5 times 5, keep the x. Then here into my calculator, I would type in negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. And what happens here is you get this double negative. So then this turns into negative 25x plus 15. So negative, positive. So I'm going to go over to Canvas. We just did this one together. So it was negative 25 and then the plus 15. So that leaves you to do the other two. Now these last two problems are the challenging ones. So I am going to do A with you and let you try B. So I'm going to do 2 times x minus 4 plus 9. I don't think that I gave you the page number for this, but we did do this. Like I said, this was one of our most challenging ones, so I'll see if I can find the page for it, but I'm not sure how helpful it will be. This is page 56, so it's this page. So I'm holding this up so that you can see the work. And then it is also page 58. So for me, this is 56, 58. I'm showing you what we did, so you can just rewind this video and come back to these if it helps. Okay, so for this one, we have to make sure that we split the two things. When I distribute, I'm only going to distribute into the parenthesis. This is separate. So I can actually just bring down this plus 9 because it's not going to get multiplied. I'm just going to bring it down. And then what I'm multiplying here, I bring down the minus. I get 2 times x and 2 times 8. So this turns into 2x minus 16. And now I can combine like terms. So let me make sure I did this right. 2x minus 8 plus 9 on the outside. I'm going to keep this 2x, but now I need to combine a negative 16 plus 9. So in your calculator, you can plug in negative 16 plus 9, or you can do the positive negative thing where I draw 16 negatives. So if you're going to plug it in now while I'm drawing all these negatives, and 9 positives. I cancel all of the center zeros, and I am left with 1, 2, 3, 8. Is that right? 8 on the negative side. No, 7. It's 7. Sorry, guys. But they're on the negative side, so it's 2x minus 7. 2x minus 7. So what I'm going to enter into Canvas for this problem is 2x minus 7 with no spaces. You guys now do this bottom one. You're going to multiply 4 times x, keep the plus, 4 times 9, and then minus 2. Okay, give that one a try, and then when you're ready, come down to do this last one. So pause and then come back when you're ready. I'm just looking for a piece of scratch paper. I don't have one, so we're just going to use this. Okay, I would like to do A with you. So 8 plus 3 times 2x minus 1. So on this one, we're separating this part. The 8 and the plus aren't involved, so we're just going to bring that down. 8 plus. 8, oh, that's not an x, sorry. That should be 8 plus. Now on this side, I'm distributing in the 3, so 3 times 2x. Bring down the minus. 3 times 1. 3 times 2x is 6x. Keep the minus. 3 times 1 is 3. And now what I have to combine is this 8 and this negative 3. So 8 positives, 3 negatives goes to positive 5 plus 6x. The best way to write this is really 6x plus 5. But either answer you can plug into Canvas. I'm going to plug it in how I like it, but you plug it in however you like it. 6x plus 5. Now you give B a try. If you need to go back to those pages that I showed you in the video, make sure that you go back or rewatch the one that I solved for you. Okay, that's it. Love you. Only one more video after this. Make sure that you hang up your star if you get a 3 or higher.